another one.
I keep catching my remote employee sleeping. Right? So the title says it all. I have an employee who is exceeding all standards. So, clap it up for them. And getting her work done and more. Sometimes, however, whenever you hear that, however, it's about to go south, right? I remember when I used to watch the practice back in the days, and the judges, they'll also, like, even in Law and Order, right? When the judge has to rule, they will start by saying how great the point was that was made, the objection or the case, and then they get to, but we're going for the other side, right? So it is what it is. So sometimes, however, she'll go missing in action, MIA. Whether that's her not responding to a Zoom message or her actually showing for 1+ hour away. I called her out of the blue when she was away for a while, and she answered and was truthful with me, and that she had fallen asleep on the couch next to her desk. She asked if she needed time off to catch up on some sleep. She declined. It happened again today, but she didn't say she was sleeping. It was obvious by her tone. I'm not sure how to approach the situation. She's a good performer, so I don't want to discourage her. At the same time, she's an hourly employee who, at the very least, needs to be available throughout her workday. How would you approach the situation? And now we have an update. It seems like everybody's taking me as non-charitable as possible. Okay, so more context. We okay loans to be funded, and yes, it's essentially on-call work. If a request comes through, the expectation is that it's worked on within 2 hours. The reason I found out she was doing this in the first place is that I had a rush request from another manager, and I zoomed her to assign it to her, and she was away and hadn't responded to follow-ups within 70 minutes. So I called her. She is welcome to tell me if her workload is too much to take on a rush, but I hadn't even received the message from her. Do managers here often allow their hourly individual contributors to ignore them for over an hour? I'm cool with being lenient, and I'm certainly cool if an employee doesn't message me back for 15 to 20 minutes. I am not cool with being ignored. I will not be ignored for over an hour of the workday. When I say be available on Outlook and Zoom, it means responding in a timely manner, not immediately when I message somebody. That would be absurd. But I guess I'm wrong. My employee should just ignore messages and assign assignments with impunity. This doesn't seem correct to me. So, I was thinking about the same thing, Yakar. So, here's the deal. All right. I don't know how to say this, but we're going to start a timer. And I think that I don't think that you're wrong at all. Your car has all the strategies. I think that if your remote employee is sleeping on the job and they're getting paid hourly, then that is a problem. I understand people talking about, oh, you're not being charitable and stuff like that, but it's the way you describe your employee versus the actions that you describe them taking, they don't seem to line up, right? If it's hard for me to say that someone is exceeding all standards and getting their work done if part of the work that needs to be done is that they're answering you in a timely manner. Now, what is a timely manner? You said 15 to 20 minutes. Fair. And for them not to respond over an hour by any means, that doesn't sound like it's getting their work done and more and exceeding standards. It seems like they're not. And for them to be hourly and sleeping on the job, it sounds like you're already lenient by allowing them to like, by when you assign them something, they get it done. And you're technically allowing them to sleep on the clock because they're still getting paid if they're not working, I suppose. But that doesn't help. That makes it worse, Mitch. But I think you need to speak to them. And here's the thing, right? For all the people who are dreading return to office, this is the reason that people have to return to office. There are so many ways that you can always be available. Have your phone with you. Have like logged in on your phone on Teams or whatever, so that and then you set up some alarm that if you get a message, then you make it ring. Like, I can set up some automation on my phone that if I get a message on Teams or whatever, that it's gonna ring alarm and it's gonna do something, you know. But I think that when we're so sloppy, like, because at the end of the day, for me, I believe like the most important thing is that you get the work done. And you get the work done the way that they want it done, not the way that you want it done. So if they expect you to respond in like, if your boss expects you to respond in 15 to 20 minutes and you take an hour plus to respond, then you're hurting yourself. And like I said, your car will not put you on a PIP. He will just say,
"You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired."
And I'm trying to protect you from your car because homie don't play that. Homie don't play that. So if you, and like Mitch says, people mess it up for everyone else. Exactly. So I think that as a manager, you're going to have to speak to them and say, hey, I'm trying to be lenient with you, especially as an hourly employee. I need you to respond to me in 15 to 20 minutes, period. And if you can't do that, as amazing as I believe that you are, we are going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. And you don't want these problems because, all right, actually, I take it back, right? What is the name of that sickness when you just fall asleep all over the place? Let me see what that's called. Narcolepsy. I take it back. What about if someone has narcolepsy? What happens to them? I never thought about that. How do you explain that to a company? Because what if she comes back and says, well, I have a disability or a disease. I have, how do you say it? I have narcolepsy. I fall asleep for hours at a time sometimes. That's a tough one. Now I'm not sure. But I don't think that it's outside the realm of possibility that you have a conversation with your employee and say, hey, look, I want to be flexible with you. When I write you, you have to respond within 15 to 20 minutes. If you can't do that, then we're going to have to go see your car, and you do not want to see your car. All right. So that's my thoughts about it. Be careful. Don't be away for an hour unless you're on your lunch break. Or write to your boss and let them know that, hey, I'm not feeling good right now. I'm going to go lay down. I have my alarm on. If you need me, call me. Work it out. But you don't go missing for an hour. And as a manager, I don't think you shouldn't accept that. If your employee is not doing what you would like them to do, and you've had a conversation multiple times, and they still aren't doing what they have to do, then you're going to have to make them say,
I'm in a bind, Nate.
They're in a bind, Nate. They are in a bind, Nate.
Let them die, let them go, I'm breaking the chains. You wanted my help, but you can't stand the pain. Tough love's a lesson, but you call it disrespect. I'm done with your games, man, I'm taking my respect. It ain't my job to save you, you gotta learn your lane. So walk on by and let them learn the hard way. I'm not feeling guilty, I'm winning today. You had your chances, but now you're out of time. I'm rising above while you pay for your crime. You need me, but I'm just a mirror reflecting the truth, but your vision ain't clear. You say you don't need me, but you know that I'm right. While I'm paving my path, I'm focused on my light. Let them burn, watch them fall, this is their fight. So walk on by and let them learn the hard way. I'm not feeling guilty, I'm winning today. You had your chances, but now you're out of time. I'm rising above while you pay for your crime. You let them burn, watch them fall, this is their fight. So walk on by and let them learn the hard way. I'm not feeling guilty, I'm winning today. You had your chances, but now you're out of time. I'm rising above while you pay for your crime. It's my season to shine. No more looking back, I built my own throne, now I'm on the right track. Season to shine. No more looking back, I built my own throne, now I'm on the right track. So walk on by, let them learn the hard way. I'm not feeling guilty, I'm winning today. You had your chances, but now you're out of time. I'm rising above while you pay for your crime. It's my season to shine. No more looking back, no more looking back. I built my own the right track. It's my season to shine. No more looking back, no more looking back, no more looking back. I'm on the right track. It's my season to shine.